Let's start at the very beginning. A very good place to start. When you read, you begin with
A, B, C.
When you sing, you begin with do, re, mi.
Do, re, mi.
This is Peter Rosenthal, head film critic for The Onion. In honor of the beloved film's 50th anniversary, today's Cinema Classic segment will take a look at The Sound of Music, a delightful piece of cinema that serves as a reminder that if today's film industry ever hopes to turn out a movie as joyfully enchanting as this one, we need another world war to inspire our artists as only senseless carnage can. Based on the eponymous 1959 musical, The Sound of Music tells the story of Maria, a vivacious Austrian governess who brings music and laughter to the buttoned-up Von Trapp family. It's a unique tale, and one that could only have been born of post-war America's blood-soaked imagination, where fresh memories of a conflict that left 60 million dead spurred Hollywood to give us the incomparable romance of Captain Von Trapp and his Spitfire governess. Just imagine the fertile ground a screenwriter would have to work with in the aftermath of a slaughter that claimed 100 million, 200 million, or even 500 million souls. Take My Favorite Things, a musical number celebrating life's small joys, cream-colored ponies and crisp apple strudels, doorbells and sleigh bells and schnitzel with noodles. Its genius lies in its disarming simplicity, and only a sensibility sharpened by the agonies of World War II-era deprivation could have conceived it. If you want to write a song with that much poignancy, you have to have lived the horrors of war. You stuffed your buddy's entrails back in his stomach as you dragged him to an ambulance, or you lived on the stray mice you caught with your hands while you were hiding from the Gestapo in a cellar. That's what gets you lyrics like brown paper packages tied up with string. No way around it. If we want to recreate the species of magic that is Christopher Plummer's Edelweiss, it's going to take a whole lot more than, say, bombing Iran with the backing of Israel and the UK. Unless every global power joins in shocking violence that robs an entire generation of its innocence, you're just going to end up with another Greece. And Danny Zuko's antics at the drive-in are a far cry from Liesl and Rolf's transcendent night in the gazebo. Have you ever wondered why, of all the movies released in the past 5 decades, not one boasts a single scene as sublime as Maria and the captain finally acknowledging their long-simmering romance while dancing the Landler? Well, I'll tell you why. Horror, my friends, is the furnace in which the gold standards of cinema are forged. Frankly, I'd welcome a nuclear war that rendered the entire Western Hemisphere an uninhabitable crater of ash and melted flesh if it drove a director and librettist to craft a scene as singularly delightful as Do, Re, Mi. My own son is 22, and while I love him dearly, I'd gladly see him torn in half by artillery on some faraway battlefield if it brought us one step closer to a cinematic experience on par with this one. I honestly wish I had more sons that could die by his side. If you don't feel the same way, then you just haven't seen The Sound of Music. For The Onion's Film Standard, I'm Peter Rosenthal.